Tervetuloa takaisin Justice for Allin läpipelusen. Tänään on reaalipäivä. Eiköhän mulla ole tämä homma hallussa. Mä tallensin. En kladannut sitä peliä siis. Nick. Yeah. Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me. Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time and she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning. Two of you look like you are doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick. Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Maya today too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can show weakness in front of the person you love. But Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? I'm alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you to your alone time. Thank goodness. Nick, this way. Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Got this now in season 4, the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. This is Phoenix Wright. I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, sounds like you have made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolish fool clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Tiedätkö, että mäkään en ole koskaan hävinnyt keisiä? Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Aha, that's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you are in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Joanna, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. But then what's the meaning of this? What I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. and I believe that is when she drops this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's own Morgan Fay to the stand. Just as I suspected, won't Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay, and I am a spirit medium, in the manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in the manner of speaking? I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is... Yes, that is... You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. Well, what in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. But what? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fay, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order, order, order! Miss Fay, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Joanna, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Maya's escape. I saw we heard the gunshots. Those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. The pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Interesting. Why have you hidden this until now? I don't wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. She's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. No selvästi se on nokattu ja siinä välissä se on mennyt takaisin sinne laatikkoon sieltä. Tuli mieleen partition. Se on ehkä tuon nimitys, ehkä länsimaalainen nimitys semmoiselle folding paperille. Meni pilon sinne laatikkoon. No, en tiedä. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. Pressataan taas kaikkea. Ei muuta tähän mitään ihmeellistä, mitään ajatusta, mutta olen oppinut että joskus semmoisessakin asioissa, missä ei ole mitään ajatusta, niin on tärkeää pressata. Plus on tärkeää pressata kaikkea. Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign girl and yourself, good sir. Well, that's not foreign, despite how she talks. Oh, is it so? I'm sorry. I simply couldn't understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the report bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What do you do after that, Miss Fay? What did you do? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At the time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. And to what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear at the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she got us napping. That's my warrant for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue. A pistol was hanging from Miss Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It's very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What pretzel did she? Oh, this witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there's always later. Yes, very well. Nyt se voitais väsyttää. Mä vielä käyn vähentänyt niitä lääkkeitä, kun olisi pitää. No, kyllä tää varmaan viikon päässä menee ohi, mutta viikon parin päässä, jos jaksan syödä niitä lääkkeitä joka päivä. Mulla on tässä tosiaan nyt muutaman päivän taukoa, niin nyt se väsyttävä vaikutus tuli takaisin. Se oli jo kerkes olemaan hetken silleen, että ne lääkkeet ei väsyttynyt mua. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then quite suddenly she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fay. growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Miksi sitten niinku oikeesti vaan käytät tuota argumenttia, että se ei ollut oma itsensä? Niinku, miksi pitää niinku kierrellä ja kahdella, että siellä oli joku kolmoskin. Sitä paitsi tai yksi vaihtoehto on, että ne ei hyväksy sitä niinku selitykseksi, että ne ei usko okkultismiin tai jotain, mutta meillä on täällä Mia esimerkkinä sitä fyysisestä muutoksesta. Sitä paitsi jos tämä argumentti toimii tässä, niin miksi se toimii sitten siinä verdiktissäkin? Joo, luin se jo. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. Ei toimi muuten oikeassa elämässä. Aina kaikissa agenttilokuvissa tai tämmössä oli jotain tuollaisia puristaa vähän niskaa ja ne tainuntuu. Ei toimi oikeassa elämässä. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Mutta tässä tuo noita muovaisuutta ihan hirveänä. I can see a crack in her testimony. What should we do? For now, we should try and get more information out of her. After we get more information from her, we may be able to use it later to our advantage. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after. Welcome tämän. With great strength, she, You fainted? Yeah, I became dizzy and then collapsed to the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. And then the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. En mä varmaan lukenut tuota äskeistä. Mulla oli se, ajattelin, että mä muistin sen tekstin, että mä olisin sitä pressannut, mutta mä muistin, että toi olisi viimeinen, sit niitä mä en pressannut. Ja ihan sama. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? No shit, Sherlock. Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. It is true. Then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness isn't able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask. Where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Ei vitsi, kyllä nyt on pakko mennä nukkupäikkärit. No niin, nukut on uinuttu ja videot on pattu ja nyt voidaan jatkaa. Mitä meillä oikeesti sanoo? Nukut. Unet on nukuttu, niin mun piti sanoa, mutta nukut on uneksittu. Where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes. That is exactly what... Eek, be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone. Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Inimani, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Inimani? I think you can see where this is headed. Just sanoa, että häiritsevä kuin musiikkeja. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Inimani. I'm like researching, like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess, most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Miney. When the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well... like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Joanna? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Joanna, have some spine, for my sake. After the murder. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Now hold your horse, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister. Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Joanna. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness. Like, yeah. In your testimony you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court that what this terrible thing was? I sure would love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Miney, Miney. Miss Miney, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Ini. She took her revenge. Oh, mulla on muuten Discord-opsin päälle pienetkin. Noin. She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There. Are you satisfied, Joanna? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It's a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all of the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now. Was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was Phoenix. Yeah, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Joanna, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish. You're foolishly foolish, drapple. I wonder if I'll make this one more entertaining than... I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. After the murder. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there were sesame seeds like in the lunch they served that day. I had this like premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Like a little later, someone came into the room, like really suddenly. It was like, nah. Mun pitää pressata näitä. Eikä vaan lukea. Do you know the time? Like maybe a little before 11 a.m. Something like that, I think. 11 a.m. Milloin se murha tapahtui? Missä se lukisi? Näitä on kelloaikoja. Yeah, like my stomach is totally ready for like food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm just asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when someone came into your room? Oh, so like that's what you meant. Like you should have been more like clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like it's really. That's it. What you stopped mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness about this person who entered the side room. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I was absolutely sure. I guess. You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister. I mean, like I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, their defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Beamimani? I hadn't seen her in so long. I was so happy in a sad way. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But maybe I was someone who didn't know about the occult. But But I know all about the Quran channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? Absolutely not. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. There wasn't any reason for me to think anything was strange. But ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? It is very important. Although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Okay, I'm totally cool with that. I wasn't scared at all, and her costume looked totally normal. Mielenkiintoinen väite. Mut selvästi mun pitää nyt presentata tähän jotain. Tunnen tämän pelin. Mut pressataan ensin. So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance. Yeah, nothing was weird. Just talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Huh. Is everything okay? Can I go on? Tää on viimeinen. Toisessa filmissä pitää muistaa presenttaa sitten jotain. My sister, she told something totally terrible. Something terrible? What was this thing she told you? Mä käytin tää läpi jo. Huh? Didn't I just tell you about it? Did you forget already? A foolish fool with foolish sieve for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Excuse me, princess. Referenssi mikä Zelda CDI-peleihin. Mä veikkaan, että ymmärrätkö, se on lähtöisin siellä, mutta voihan se olla joku vielä vanhempi juttu. Sanonta. Anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? Don't bother asking. I'll just hear this story. It's not like my memory is that bad. Actually, the defense is fine and does not need to hear the story again. Very well. You may continue your testimony, Miss Miney. I know there has to be something here I can use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this 8-ish. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Tässä. Niinku... Sehän oli... Se pitäisi olla veressä sen puku. Slip up. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Meanie. Huh? What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Meanie, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and... But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. Blood spray. Miss Meanie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order, Miss Meanie. What is the meaning of this? Miss Meanie? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. That's it. And what are you stammering about, Joanna? Well, that business. A person did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry, I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with this testimony. If you please. Oh, the judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. Tässä nyt koittaa herättää nämä lukulihakset, jota kärtelisi näin pahasti. After the murder, part 2. The side room was kinda dark, you know. So the costume is purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I persuaded my sister it wasn't right to do something like that. And then I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied with me, right? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. The side room was kinda dark, you know. Ei se kyllä ollut. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Meanie's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Okay. Oh, can't breathe. Let me out of here. So the costume is purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. Your sopper is okay. You didn't see the blood? Yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well. That's Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I totally didn't. All I was looking at was her face. Continue. And I persuaded my sister it wasn't right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Miss Meanie, at the time? Well, she was totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think she knew. She said she did something really bad. And she said she wanted to go with me to apologize to Miss Morgan. If meme spirits really say all that to you, like, yeah. Kyllä tuli niin paksua soppaa, että huhuh. And then, like, I took my sister to the challenge chamber. Miten mä väitän tossa mitään vastaan, kun ei tullut sinne testimonissa. Does your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I like to feel a lot better, though. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the challenge chamber, you know. May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Like, sir, was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, when do you mean? When you... Sitten 2 crime sceneä ja sitten 1 side room. No, käydään kaikki mahdollinen. No ei, käydään kaikki läpi. Where in the side room? When you were in the side room. I'm talking about when you were in the side room, of course. I'm like, no, nothing strange. What should I do? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. Just give up already, Miss Phoenix Wright. I wonder if I put too much faith in Ian's ability to do anything with that brain. It's not good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix just believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of fiction in her statement, it'll end the trial. I know. We have to give it another shot. Doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. When you were going to the crime scene, I'm talking about when you were going to the challenge chamber, of course. I'm like, no, nothing strange. She answers rather quickly. Now what? Tää on se, mikä mun piti valita. Ehkä se uurna pitäisi olla rikki. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Discord. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? It's very important. It's because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. I cannot get why, but okay. I didn't see anyone on the way to the challenge chamber. Try to remember that time. Oh, I remember. I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's not good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. Niin se... Tohon pitäis presentata jotain. Etkö sä nähnyt Olisi pitänyt ehkä nähdä toi sinut, koska mulla oli mielessä se ruukku. You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the challenge chamber. However, that is impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Faye's daughter, Pearl Faye. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to seen her. So, Miss Viney, what do you have to say to that? Hänti kummituksella hetken aikaa. As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at the time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. Well, what sort of fools? There is no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl. Ei tämä. Ehkä mä näytän tätä karttaa, että tää on niin pieni alue. Walking along the running way could not have noticed Pearl. Tässä on se urna. No koitetaan. Oops, silly me, slip off the finger. No, Mr. Wright, you need to keep control of that finger of yours. As I thought, this is the wrong piece of evidence. Ow! An irresponsible lawyer has no place in this court. I suggest you go home. Ow! So it's come down to a blunt go home. But I think all you need to do is remember what happened yesterday. There's no way someone walking around the one. No. No, tämä urna. En kyllä varsinaisesti tiedä, että miksi, mutta... This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot. What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why. She broke that urn. The urn. Yow. Why? Why do I feel like you are about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the challenge started. Ah. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. Grr. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. Miten se on mukaan masterful liar? Mestarillinen valehtelija. Jos mä sain sen noin helposti nalkkiin. Valehtelusta. Mestari valehtelet ei jää kiinni. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room. I don't really believe her. Was she really sleeping in the side room? There's no way. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? It's in her testimony just now. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And like Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know. It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So? Sana kysyi silmät. Like, what does that like have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact? How? I consider that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Wow! Käsi on omitussa asennossa. Pikkurili, käsi on kanssa sama. Puutu. But look at the minor card map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use this winding way. Yes, that's right, Joanna. Which is why I ask this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Don't ask a question of a basis assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you have put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Amy Miney. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? Miss Miney was here, of course. But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Order. That's why. Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Amy Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See? You stupid jerk, nyt näkyy hyvin siinä on selkeästi samalla silmät kuin sillä sen siskolla. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball. Now, Miss Miney. One so young as you shouldn't be saying. Shut it. Shut it, tramps. As if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipes are about to burst. Guess I should help it along. Uusi animaatio. The witness was hiding behind the following screen with the help of this. Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah, that tiny little box. No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproven. Not that it's approved. Disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. That clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can with some evidence. And now I present a piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Mutta mä boksi itsessään. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This, what on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole, about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. Now this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill me, Dr. Gray. Order. So what are you saying? Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Inimani? That's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Inimani, you were hiding inside this clothing boxes all alone. And you were in medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. Olisiko se Morgani ollut siinä sitten mukana? No, nyt mä käyn tupakilla. Jatketaan. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. Correct, it's not possible. It really is impossible for one person to do all that preparations. That is... Ow! Did I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy? Wait. This one, calm. You said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. This person. If it wasn't someone from Kuran village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Faye household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Faye. Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. And the murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid Magdalene inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. That is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... At that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced out our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood and pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. This is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Huh. Who is that laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? What is this? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma? Silly. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is... if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's... yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eeny Miny want to kill Dr. Gray? Where's her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. A motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What's her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. Se on jompikumpi näistä. Hoham. Kolloma lähtee, kun sanon väärin. Is this a word search? I'm having a tough time finding the word motive. Oof. My breathing is becoming labored. My eyesight is failing me. Makes you want to get old, doesn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I've got to take my time and think carefully about this. Phoenix, think back. What kind of axe would Ini have to grind with Dr. Gray? Kyllä mä tiedän. There's only one reason, right? Only one. Ha! Just as I thought. You bored me with your silly answers, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I want to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid cramps. I'm going to explain, so please listen, okay? It's been half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I wanted revenge, then I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was Dr. Gray. Just a total coincidence, he asked me about it, you know. She's back to her airhead person. However, ouch, pathetic Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan-Fay to cooperate with this plan. Yes, there is. You don't even have any true decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Miss Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, it's just as I, told you. I hope you like your slice of humble pie. Very well, I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Inimani. Joanna, please allow the defense 1 more minute. Alright. You can lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Yeah. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had motives, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this? Totta kai mä pystyn. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. Too bad, you are too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Hey, interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, what? You are supposed to be on my side. I wanna karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a second here. To be continued. No, ei muuta kuin kiitos kun katsoitte ja jatketaan seuraavalla kerralla.